chance for Man City. Oh, they should score. Grealish scores for Man City. Off the bench, it's taken Jack Grealish 4 minutes to give Manchester City the lead at Paris Saint-Germain. And this is a massive, massive goal in the season for Manchester City. And also perhaps potentially a massive goal for Jack Grealish in his Manchester City career. Off the bench, Grealish scores in the Champions League. It's PSG 0, Man City 1. And I think we've got to say, guys, against the run of play, because City for a lot of that first half were on the back foot.
Yeah, absolutely. They just did a close-up of Pep Guardiola. He looked like he'd been at it with his fingernails once again in his forehead. He looked like he was really anguished. And after the first half, it's not surprising. City were the second best side by far. I mean, they had that... PSG had that goal ruled out for offside, perhaps. I mean, not unfortunately, it was done by semi-automated offside. It was offside, but it was tight. And then Grealish comes on at half-time, needed a big 45 minutes, needs a big second half of the season. Otherwise, it feels like Grealish will probably be sold in the summer. But that is an excellent finish. He's absolutely hammered that from close range.
It came from the right-hand side of Kanji on the overlap, doing really, really well to play the ball back to Bernardo Silva, who forced a good save from the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. And then the ball came out from Jack Grealish. And from close range, he quite simply put his foot through the ball. So a massive, massive goal for Man City, who have looked well below their best. The best of last season, I should say. There's a goal check here, though, guys.
No. We can't catch a break tonight, can we, with the goals?
I'm trying to work out in my head what this is for. Hopefully we can see a replay pretty quickly.
Offside in the build-up? Down the right-hand side?
Well, it just says goal check on our screen. We're not seeing a replay, but play's restarted. So the check is over, and that goal will stand. PSG 0, Manchester City 1.
Would be.
Oh, City got a second goal.
Second.
It's Erling Haaland. It's a 9.5-year contract. And it's a goal for Erling Haaland. It's probably going to be one of the more simple goals that Erling Haaland has scored. But Jack Grealish scored the first goal. And now Jack Grealish has played a massive, massive role in this second, because it was his ball into the box from the left-hand side, which led to the ball falling to Erling Haaland. Phil Foden doing really, really well, carrying the ball, playing through Grealish, who plays the ball back across. It does take a big deflection off a Paris Saint-Germain player into the path of Erling Haaland, who then was never going to miss from close range. But Grealish got himself into a decent position. He tried to play the ball into a City player. They were queuing up on the edge of the box, but it fell to Haaland, and he scores from close range. And it feels harsh on PSG.
They won't believe this PSG.
But this is massive for Man City. Massive, massive for Man City. 2 up against Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, 2 of the scrappiest goals you'll ever see. PSG played some nice stuff in the first half, but they won't believe that 53 minutes into this game that they're 2-0 down. Manchester City, pretty much all they've done in the whole game, and they're 2-0. Look, Pep substitutions working wonders there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a goal!
Oh, it's a goal for PSG.
Paris Saint-Germain are back in it. It's PSG 1, Manchester City 2, and Paris Saint-Germain, you'd have to say, it is exactly what they deserve. Manchester City, they completely switch off at the back post. We were too busy talking about meal deals, Doogie, but PSG are very much back in it. Wonderful play down the left-hand side.
Yeah, it's Bradley Barcola. They've just signed Kavisha Kvaratskhelia to play on the left. He runs all the way into the box after beating Matheus Nunes, who made such an impact with that second goal for Man City, I should say. He cuts it back to Ousmane Dembele, the most ambidextrous footballer in the world, tucks it in.
And by the way, talking of substitutions, he came on at half-time as well, so Jack Grealish making the difference to Man City off the bench, and it's Dembele on at half-time for Paris Saint-Germain, who has got Paris Saint-Germain back into the game. PSG have had some really, really challenging fixtures in this Champions League, playing Man City, Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, going into this game in the relegation zone, in the danger zone, 26th with just 7 points, winning just 2 games. Their next game is at Stuttgart, which is going to be tricky. But yeah, they found it difficult in this Champions League. But yeah, Jack Grealish coming off the bench and making the difference for Manchester City, and now Dembele has pulled one back. But wonderful, wonderful wing play down the left-hand side. Oh, the bar! Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal! It's a goal! Oh, is it offside? It's onside! It's Barcola! It's PSG 2, Man City 2. We've had 4 goals in 15 minutes in this second half. There was a shot from outside the box on the left-hand side that hit the bar. And it was Barcola who reacted quickest to it to put the ball past Ederson. Absolutely incredible. Man City found themselves 2-0 up inside 6 minutes in the second half. And now Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. And when this ball bounces off the bar with pace to Barcola, he does really well to react to it. And then put the ball in the back of the net, off the post and in. PSG 2, Man City 2.
Yeah, massive moment, and huge moment for Desiree Doué as well, who takes the initial shot that comes off the bar. He was signed from Rennes this summer for around £45 million. Huge commitment. Again, this idea of signing the best young talent in France for PSG. Colomwani's obviously gone to Juventus. Gonzalo Ramos isn't favoured, so he was starting as a false 9 tonight, and that's his final action as well. He's just been taken off, so what a note to finish on, getting your side back from 2-0 down to 2-2. To be honest, Man City, I feel like have been victims of their own downfall here. Like, you saw Mateus Nunes being skinned for the first goal. In the build-up to the second, Man City messing around with the ball at the back, just not as confident in any area of the pitch, Man City at the moment. And I'm eating humble pie because I thought they were closer to being back than it appears.
Well, I don't mean to also bring up something else that you might be eating humble pie on, but...
Another Critchley curse.
No. Is there a chance of Pete? Oh, goodness me, there's an effort from outside the box from João Neves, which goes over. But Man City, at the moment, on the back foot, and from 25 yards out. Does that even take a deflection? No, it doesn't take a deflection.
2-goal lead again.
Yeah, 2-goal lead. Again. Whips the ball in. Chance for PSG! PSG score! Wow. PSG score! Wow. Oh, can you believe it? Paris Saint-Germain have scored! It is absolutely unbelievable. From 2-0 down, it's PSG 3. Manchester City 2. It comes from a free kick from the right-hand side. I think at the back post.
João Neves.
I think it's João Neves. Yeah, number 87, João Neves. This is absolutely remarkable. I said from the corners, they kept on working corners short. Get the ball into the box. It is a brilliant ball in from the right-hand side. And arriving at the back post, João Neves with a really good header.
What a ball.
And Edison being at his near post, but the ball is perfect. It comes on with pace in between goalkeeper and defence, where the keeper can't come. It skids off the turf. And to be fair to João Neves, the ball, when it bounces off the turf, on a wet turf, it comes at him quite quickly. And he has to do well to divert his header like that. Edison being at his near post. City 2 up, 3-2 down. What a night of Champions League football.
Amazing. And João Neves had that huge headed chance in the first half, or the beginning of the second half as well. He'd been really frustrated by that. But this is, for me, been all about João Neves in midfield. I think it's really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. Man City making so many mistakes on the ball at the back. And then the performances of Ousmane Dembele and Bradley Barker look so dangerous every time they get the ball. They have been accused of being weak and bottlers in the past, PSG. It would have been easy to fold against Man City. 2-0 down. They've had a goal ruled out as well in that time. They could have crumbled, but they've shown so much spirit in this game. And João Neves, Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barker deserve huge credit.
Outside the top 24 as it stands, Manchester City, which
I was
is
literally
huge.
about to say Man City are 25th.
Wow.
I'm going to say that one more time. Manchester City, with 36 teams in the Champions League table, after 7 games, find themselves 25th.
PSG scored again.
Offside, hasn't he? Yeah, I think he's miles offside.
How many offside goals have there been tonight?
Yeah.
What a finish, though.
Yeah, he takes it really well. Is it Gonzalo Ramos again?
It's
Isn't it?
Gonzalo
It is
Ramos,
indeed, yeah. He took it really well, but he looked to me like he was absolutely miles offside. Not sure PSG are arguing the ball went into his pass from a Man City player, but it was definitely in an offside position. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I think he's just offside, isn't he,
I think
guys?
it's just offside. I think it does come off a PSG.
But you're right. He takes the finish really well. Oh, no, it doesn't.
Or does it come off Hakimi's shoulder? Basically, it hits Gvardiol, then into Hakimi, but
No, it doesn't.
No.
That's going to be a goal, isn't it?
I think that might be a goal.
I think it comes off Guardiola last
Does
into
it
the
just
path.
touch his shoulder? I'm not quite sure. I need to see it again.
From what I can see there, I think the last touch is off
The
Guardiola.
shirt moves, doesn't it? The shirt kind of brushes.
Well, Gonzalo Ramos puts the ball away. He's definitely in offside position. The goal is being checked here. It might all end up being absolutely irrelevant because we've gone past the 3 minutes of time added on. We're going to wait here for this PSG goal to see if it's going to be allowed. Nearly 95 minutes, only 3 minutes of time was added on. I'm sorry, I don't think they should. I mean, we haven't seen a replay in about a minute and a half. For me, I thought it clearly came off Gvardiol into the path of Gonzalo Ramos. I'm not sure why this is taking so long. I mean, Doogie says he thought a shirt was moved from
I don't know. I do need to see it again.
I'm not so sure.
This is
like
again why people complain about VAR, the lack of information shown.
Well, sure.
Even watching on TV, let alone in the stadium. I can't imagine what they're thinking there. But either way, having waited this long for the decision, Man City 1 goal down at the moment. It's impossible to get this momentum back.
1 down to the moment. Now they're 2 down, and the centre forward who's come off the bench and made a massive impact is going to charge all the way down to the other side of the pitch. He celebrates with the corner flag, singing into it like he's on the X Factor. What a night for PSG, and what another bad night for Manchester City. 6 goals being scored in the second half. Man City found themselves 2-0 up after 53 minutes, but it is quickly turned from 2 up to 4-2 down. Another goal from the centre forward, and Manchester City, guys, are going to go into the final game of this league phase, 25th in the table, into the danger zone. And Gonzalo Ramos, it's a lovely, lovely finish.
They've been completely outplayed, haven't they? The first half, PSG with a better team, but they went 2-0 up, and you think, right, just sit on it, do something.
Said, as they went 2 up, it's been against the run of play.
Yeah, and PSG have just been relentless. They haven't stopped going at Manchester City, running at them, and Manchester City have retreated. They haven't known what to do. No control in the game whatsoever. They're just a shadow of their former selves. They really are.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.